Welcome to St. Louis and Busch Stadium, home of the Cardinals since 2006. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the New York Mets taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. All right, Singy, let's get right into it. He threw an absolute gem last time out.
Seriously, Boog. I mean, this guy was nearly untouchable. Opposing hitters baffled all day long. Impressive stuff, and we'll see if his teammate can match it today.
First pitch coming your way next. Getting the nod on the mound, Michael McGreevy. What do we have on him?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
And that's how this series begins.
Ball one.
Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida. Way inside, gets out of the way. Swing and a ball drilled to the air towards right center field. One away. Here's a Mets lineup now. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Chris.
Yeah, Boo. They understand various situations and think ahead of the opponent. Teams like this know how to get down to business and focus on the task at hand.
Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Batting third baseman.
Hey, I got to give him credit for busting it down to first to beat out that hit. Speed is obviously not a big part of his game.
One down. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Fouls. And there's a ball.
That's upstairs.
Steps off, checks the runner at first. The 1-1. That one fouled off. Soto, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. In the dirt. Payoff pitch. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Good job to fight that one off.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Up the middle, the flip. There's one. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. There's no score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And taking the ball for the Mets, Clay Holmes. How about a scouting report on him? Step in. And Dairon Blanco. Bunting for a hit. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
This is a big part of his skill set, and he puts himself into situations where he can rely on his speed to impact the ball game. And this is just another example of it, and we'll see what else he can do now that he's on first.
Here goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. Safe in second, and that was not close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Man at second. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. One gone here. So digging in, Mason Wynn. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. On the outside corner, that's strike two. Wynn wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And the strike call will stand. So they'll lose their first challenge. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. Three-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Burleson with a homer in his last game. On the ground to the left. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Scoreless after one. Back here at Busch Stadium. New inning getting started. Jorge Polanco up now for the Mets.
Yeah! What a special moment for him, man. Getting that all-star appearance is just awesome. A lot of good players who had really nice careers but never played in the all-star game, so he should appreciate this.
Makes the catch, one down.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. No score here in the second. Beatty bats left, throws right, hitting fifth in today's lineup. And his on-base percentage this season is right around .390. In the air, right side. Walker should have this one. And a couple of quick outs. Francisco Alvarez digs in now. That finds the mark on the inside corner. Hit softly on the ground to third. Zips it to first. That is the inning. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Nolan Gorman. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball.
Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, a little bit of a wider zone than most, I'd say. And a wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter because you have to start expanding what you're looking for, covering both sides. And with the stuff pitchers have today, you're just not going to have a lot of success.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Bounce to the left side. Bichette. On to first.
He's out.
Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. And up next for St. Louis, Pedro Pajes. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. And a big swing and a miss.
Nope, that's a ball.
Two down, nobody on. Not close with that one. And that's ball 2. Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Back here in St. Louis, well, Singy, as we talked about earlier, he was dominant in his last start and doing the same thing again today.
Yeah, Boot, in total control on the mound in this one. What a run he's on. Let's see if he can keep this thing going.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Here is Marcus Semien. That
Ball
is
1.
upstairs for ball 1.
No, that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. Strike on the inside corner.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Way out front for strike 2. Top of the 3rd, no score. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Robert wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. So they've still got both their challenges. Ground ball left side and foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. That one catches the zone, and it's 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the 3rd. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Bottom of the inning. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Lars Nootbaar. Holmes back to work. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Next pitch is downstairs. And he swings through that one.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
1-2 now. Way inside.
Ball 3.
And a payoff pitch. Strike 3, got him with the sweeper. Looking for his first big league hit right here. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
This one in the air. And there are 2 outs.
Up next for the Cardinals, center fielder, Tyrone Blanco.
Short the bunt and missed it. It's 0-1.
Hey!
Got him. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. On to the 4th, still scoreless. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
And that one did miss, and the strike is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges.
That's ball 2.
Ripped on a line to center. Blanco has a beat on it, and there's one away.
I just think the lack of drawing any walks is an indication that they need to be a little more selective and less anxious about forcing something to happen.
The 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Next pitch misses. Now 1-2.
Tough to take a 2-strike changeup that just missed. They get frozen.
Nope, that's inside.
All tied up, top half of inning number 4. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Battling here as he fouls it away. That's a base hit. So he gets a hit after a long battle with the pitcher. Digging in, Bo Bichette. He's 0 for 1.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. On the ground, could be 2 to Weatherholt, and their second double play of the day will end the 4th. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. On now to the bottom of the 4th, no score. Back here in St. Louis, here's the Cardinal DH, Ivan Herrera. ground ball up the middle. Lindor on to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Up next for the Cardinals, the shortstop, Nathan Wynn.
Hit hard on the ground and up the middle, base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Up next for the Cardinals, first baseman
Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 1 so far. And now the 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
A really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. One away, tie game, go-ahead run stands at first. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Gets a piece there, we'll do it again.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
The 1-2. This one in the air, center field. Robert on his way over. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Cardinals, third baseman, Nolan Gorman.
On the ground, and it goes just foul.
Ball.
Strike 2. Win the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a miss. Picks up strikeout number 7. 1 hit, 1 left. Back here at Busch Stadium. All set for the start of the inning. Jorge Polanco up now for the Mets. Check swing. He went. Strike 1.
Well, these Mets just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for him to get anything going.
Fights it off. He'll see another. The 0-2.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
That's a little high. It's 2-2. Now one missed. Got him swinging. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Aye.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Stays alive. Next offering upstairs.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Struck him out swinging. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Next to hit, Francisco Alvarez. Grounded out his first time up. Fastball for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Swings and misses. And he strikes out the side for the second time today. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the book. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Jordan Walker.
You know, these Cards definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
The next pitch misses. Ball 1. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Got him swinging for the K. Strikeout number 8.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Go ahead run on base. Lars Nootbaar. Next up for the Cardinals. He was a strikeout victim his first time. One away. Tie game. Go ahead run stands at first. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way.
And he'll pull him to second safely.
Didn't look to me like he got a great handle on the ball as it came out of his hand. Cold nights, not really fun to play in, and it makes it tough to hit as well. Makes it tough to throw, and might have played a factor right there. And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
In the dirt, but kept close. But no advance from the runners. Two on, one out. Can't get to it, and this could score both runs. One run's in. Another comes in to score.
No,
in there. That's a double. J.J. Weatherholt with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, dude. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you can take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Time call. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Man at second. Short of the bunt and missed it. 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And the 0-2. See ya! Strikes him out for the second today. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize. Oscar Brazoban into the game.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Herrera swings through it for strike one. This ball's chopped on the ground. Simeon throws to first in time. They limit the damage here. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this two-run double. And it's 2-zip. This is Cardinals baseball on the show Midwest. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far.
Can I tell you about the sun? Can I make you believe that in the summer when they burn it, don't burn out the leaves? Look at me staying on keeping the healthiest sheen. That's how our function could be. Start this production with me. We can mark time with a band. Music composed with a jam. L-O-V-E, love. And that's word to plug to J.D. Dub. My round is door. And now heat reside way past sun. And we love sun, that's everyone. But can you let your hair down from that bun and shake right to left? Cause I love the dawn.
Mark Vienna.